has a container full of containers that she labeled container. My wife will go out and she will buy new containers to replace containers she already bought because it, let's light money on fire.
That's a snippet from comedian Steve Trevino's new special, Simple Man.
It's currently in the top 3 on Netflix, and the man behind all the laughs is joining us this morning, Steve Trevino. So good morning to you,
Good morning,
Steve.
number 2.
That is pretty awesome.
That's pretty good.
You know, it's so
really
funny.
good.
I was watching it last night. Well, we go to bed early. I mean, not together.
Of course, because you're up.
But my husband was in the other room. He's like, what are you laughing about over there? I'm like, basically our life.
Yeah, I'm watching my documentary.
Yeah, so many people can relate to your comedy.
Well, you know, that's what makes it fun, right? I live life, things happen. I bring it on stage. And I tell my wife, sometimes she's nice to me.
Yeah.
And I go, baby, we can't make money like this.
Right.
Like, I need you to go and be you so that I can go report to the people. You know, the packages, Amazon packages that come every single day. I call it the 3 wise men, USPS, UPS. You know, they all show up to bring her gifts. And I like when we show up and then she acts like, oh my God, whose could those be? I'm like, really?
Right.
The UPS guy doesn't even know I live here.
Yeah.
And
she's like tracking it all. She's like, I wonder what it is.
Oh yeah, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Wow, maybe it's for you. Like,
More containers.
yes.
I mean, your wife also serves as the producer and director, right?
Yes.
So she's a little bit in charge. How do you kind of...
A little bit. You must not be married.
I'm not.
I can tell. She's always in charge, 100% in charge.
Yeah.
Well, we've been a team, and we've done this together, and you know, we made our own opportunities. And my wife went to NYU and studied at Stella Adler Tisch. And when we got married, we decided to be a team. And it's been a wonderful team, and we've been extremely successful, and we do everything together.
Including a podcast.
Including a podcast, Stephen Captain Evil. It is the way for people to hear my jokes, and then they watch the podcast and see her opinion, and then her side of the story. Because on stage, selfishly, I get to say my side of the story.
Yeah.
What's hers?
Well, that's what she needs, right? Yeah. That's why we did the podcast, was to give her that voice and have these weekly discussions about raising kids. And, you know, I mean, we got an 8-year-old and a 3-year-old, you know, a boy and a girl. And my daughter's exactly like my wife.
Is she?
Yes, and I love it because
Does
now
she
she's
look
getting
like Mama?
payback.
Oh.
Right?
See?
Now my wife's in the room going, let's go, you're going to make me late. And I'm like, oh, how does it feel? How does it feel?
Why Captain Evil?
Well, because it's a bougie way to be evil.
Oh.
You know, like if I'm having fun, you know, her special power is that she'll show up. Like, what's going on over here? Are you smiling? Are you having fun? Let's go. It's time to go, you know. But, you know, joking around at the house, I would call her that. And my wife has a beautiful sense of humor. And I would call her Captain Evil. She goes, you should do that on stage. And I go, what do you know? You're a civilian. And then I did it, and now we have Captain Evil merchandise.
Oh, my God.
So we sell shirts and hats. And
Gotta love the merch.
people love it.
It's a whole
People love
business.
it. Speaking of merch, this is my very own brand. This is
Yeah.
my own
Look
shirt.
at this plug.
Yes.
Wow.
And the shirt I'm wearing in the special is my brand as well.
Yeah.
Raul Western. Yep.
You like buttons better than, you like snaps rather than...
Well, you know, for the easy access, you know, easy for the wife, you know.
I was going to say,
It's a
Captain Evil
tearaway.
must like that.
But well, no,
tearaway.
it's, you know, I'm Mexican American. I'm very proud of my heritage, and I'm also Texan. So this is a very Tex-Mex
too, yeah.
Guayabera.
Oh,
You know, so it has the Western style, but it's
love
also a Guayabera. So I melted my two cultures, right? Tex and Mex.
That's
that.
Texas
I love
Mex. Yeah, you know, and you talk about how you kind of coined this nickname, America's favorite husband, but you say it's something about wife speak.
You have to speak wife.
Okay, so what is that?
It is a language. It's always changing. That's the problem. You know, you never know what's going on. For example, if you're sitting on the couch enjoying yourself, get ready, because she's coming, right? And if she says, "Are you thinking about going to the store?" That is wife for get up and go to the store. That was not a question.
Right.
If she says do whatever you want, by all means, do not do
Oh, my God.
whatever you want.
My husband says he's illiterate when it comes to wife speak.
Well, he's a smart man. He pretends
To not know.
not hear it, yes. But she could speak it with her face.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, like she's like, oh, I'm so happy your parents are here. I'm like, well, maybe you should tell your face.
That's so great. But you said you have 2 kids.
We have 2 kids. We have an 8-year-old and then the 3-year-old. My son is in travel baseball. Don't do that. I don't know. It's a whole thing. You know, when I was a kid, some guy would show up with a Vietnam duffel bag and dumped the bag on the floor. Yes, that's us.
Gorgeous family.
Thank you so much. My wife is beautiful.
Your wife is gorgeous.
My life is so great,
Yeah.
and I feel so blessed all the time. And I feel so lucky to tell jokes for a living. And to be number 2, it's unbelievable. You know, I went to the Rangers game last night and watched the Rangers win, and my son and I had a thing. And I just, you know, casually said, oh, me and my son at the Rangers game. And oh my gosh, the Rangers people came and brought us gifts and put us on the ice and, you know, stuff like that where you're just like, oh my gosh, I grew up in a town of 2,000 people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there was more people inside the Madison Square Garden
Right.
than I grew up with.
Yeah.
So it's just been an amazing journey.
Yeah.
Well, you deserve the success. You
Well,
are
thank you.
hilarious, and the special is awesome.
It is so good, and I'm so proud of it. And I think what other comedians do not do is there's no heart. This one has heart,
Yeah.
and it tells a story, and it also goes back to my roots and talks about how much I love my immigrant parents who came to this country and worked their butts off. And I also think it represents the Mexican American in a positive way, not a negative way.
I love it.
You know.
I love thinking it brought all of it together into one.
Yeah.
And you're just overall like a happy person.
I'm happy all the time.
Yeah, which is fantastic.
Well, look at my wife.
Yeah, I mean,
She's
she's
beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
you want to come
stunning.
over here?
Yeah.
Come over here.
Oh,
Come
say
here,
hi.
Captain
Come here.
Evil.
In her little Easter egg outfit.
Look at how
Look
cute
at this.
she is.
Look
She's
at
gorgeous.
her.
Oh, love it.
People go, how
You
funny are
stunning.
you? And I go, this is how funny I am.
There's the boss. There's the boss.
Because if I wasn't funny, this could not get this.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
stop.
there you go.
So wonderful to meet you two. So
Oh, I
thanks
love
for
it.
coming on.
Oh my gosh, thank you for having me, and let's root for the New York Yankees.
There you
Yes,
go.
sir.
Boy.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Jose
Steve.
Trevino, love you, baby.
There you go. His
right.
special Simple Man streaming right now on Netflix. Make sure you check it out.
You gotta
okay?
check it out.